Captain's log. Currently in the Wolf system, our surveillance so far of the system has been peaceful and easygoing, no issues whatsoever. Currently awaiting directions and orders from United Colonies System Defence Force. Crew members seem happy and positive and well rested. Looking forward to a bit of downtime when we get the opportunity to dock. Crew member Sarah will have some news on our orders very soon. Sarah.
Yes?
We ready to go?
Time to go?
Okay, New Atlantis it is. Upon arriving at New Atlantis, crew members Sarah, Adea and Sam have been relieved of duty and have their own missions and their own crew somewhere now. I myself have a new crew on board and we are travelling to a somewhat distant system to do a bit of reconnaissance and surveillance on one of the planets. A kind of distress call came through, so we are going to get aboard and check out our new crew.
Did you
Crew
need
member
something?
Marie and crew member Gideon.
Need something, Chief?
And of course, Jessamine Griffin is still at our side. It's a slightly smaller crew, but nonetheless, nothing I can't handle. So we're off now to a different system to do some surveying and investigating. Captain's log. We have encountered a vessel that is not responding. It's not moving. Life form reading show there is life form on board, but the transmission seems to be down.
Hello again.
Careful, Wheat. Now that we know what's out there, things are going to be more interesting from here on out. The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change that. We've got strict rules around here, but they're strict for a reason.
Just because our equipment's old, doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers.
And to think, all this time, we thought we were alone.
Oh. Wow. You're new? Weird. Okay. Wasn't expecting this. I guess I should introduce myself? I'm Janet. What's up? You?
I'm Captain Sabbath. I just wanted to introduce myself to everyone.
Oh, well, nice to meet you, I guess. I could take a break to chat if you want.
What do you do here?
Certainly not what I want to do.
What do you mean by that? You may need to elaborate.
I mean, I hate this job, and there's really nothing I can do about it. I'm the cultivation manager. Fancy words for farmer and fertilizer collector. I didn't have a choice. Most people don't. You get a job, and that's it. Like, I'm great at what I do, but I would enjoy doing literally anything else. Meanwhile, my sister Julia, she gets to hang out with kids all day and watch movies. The kids I couldn't care less about, but she doesn't even care about Earth culture. Ugh!
And what's it like living on a colony ship?
Oh my god, it's terrible. I don't know how my parents did it, knowing they would never, ever get to leave until they died. Every day, you see exactly the same things. The same people do the same job. It's all the same. All the time. Seriously, the only thing that kept me going was knowing that we were the generation who knew we'd finally get the hell out of here. Although now that we're here, nothing seems to be happening. Sometimes I wonder if my sister was the lucky one.
Your sister? You mean Julia?
Ah, so you've met her. No, not Julia. Julia and I were actually triplets with our sister Jen, but the ship ran out of one of her medications and she didn't make it. Sucks, but it is what it is. We only have so many supplies. We couldn't exactly get anything new along the way. Anyway, it happened a long time ago. I don't really feel that she's lucky. I'm just frustrated. See you, I guess.
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship.
Never seen a ship like yours before. Then again, I haven't seen any ships before you arrived. Just stay out of trouble.
We've got strict rules around here, but they're strict for a reason.
Now that you're here, I can finally give my crew a chance at a new life. We didn't believe anyone would be out here, but I'm glad for it.
How's the crew holding up?
A bit frazzled, as you can imagine. People are anxious about discovering that we're not alone, and also worried about what will come to pass. While we hope we can work out a deal with the people on the surface, they seem reluctant to reach out, so there's no telling what will come of that. I do know that we can't afford to stay here in orbit forever. The ship was built to sustain us for many years with backup provisions just in case, but even that will come to an end eventually.
How long have you been a captain for?
I think I'm coming up on 6 years now. I was only a teenager when my father died, passing command of the ship to me, as is tradition. Because of that, I've had to sort of learn as I go along instead of taking years of study and apprenticeship under the prior captain. I think some people on the ship resent me for not having the level of experience as my predecessors. But at the same time, without my command, we likely wouldn't have made it here so quickly. Safe travels to you.
Don't worry, I'll go down to the planet and talk to the current people down there.
I've lived my entire life in the Constant. I'm not sure how else to live.
No matter what the future holds, I think I'll always be more comfortable in space. Hey! So it is true. An actual stranger aboard our ship? Wow.
I'm Captain Sabbath. I didn't catch your name.
Oh, geez. Sorry, of course you don't know my name. We never met. I'm Yue. Wow, I never thought this would happen.
It's good meeting you. You? I'll let you get back to what you're doing.
Sure. Well, unless there's anything else you want to talk about. I'll be watching the skies for you.
After some discussions, we've been instructed to land on the nearby planet and see if we can come to an agreement with those currently down there and see if they can't help people up here. So let's see how diplomacy skills go.
How's it going?
It's always a good day when we get to chat.
We tried to. Hope you're staying safe out there.
Welcome to Paradiso. Jiro Sugiyama at your service. Do you have a security concern, or is there something else I can help you with?
Is Paradiso Security affiliated with the UC or Freestar Collective?
Neither. We're our own private force. The Paradiso Group pays top dollar for top-notch security. And I dare say we're some of the best in the business. We have to be out here on the fringes of the settled systems.
Sounds like you're the guy I need to speak to.
Something I can help you with?
Yes, I'm here to speak on behalf of the ship in orbit, the ECS Constant.
Ah, it has a name. Good. Then you're already familiar with the situation, I take it. Do you know what they want?
It's an old colony ship from Earth, and they believe they have a claim to settle here.
Interesting. We obviously have no records of a colony ship claiming this planet. Whatever the case, you'll need to speak with Oliver Campbell, the CEO for the Paradiso Group. He's in charge of bringing all formal decisions before the board and helping to make calls on them. I'll let him know you're on your way.
Excuse me, you can't just waltz in there. Do you have an appointment?
I kind of do. You have a problem with a ship in orbit, I'm here to help.
Oh, you're the one they're waiting for then. Do you need anything else from me before you meet with the board?
What can you tell me about the board members?
What I could tell you would get me in a lot of trouble. Most of them are typical sea-level execs. I doubt you even need to use your imagination for that. The ones that show up to work day to day, at least. I swear, I've never even met some of them, because they chill at their own private, secluded beach homes all the time. Anyway, be smart around Oliver. He's got a way of getting what he wants without you realizing it. And that's all I'll say.
I'm ready to go into the boardroom.
Sure. Have fun in the Shark Tank. And don't worry, even they call it that.
Thank you.
Come on, mate. Loads more interesting things to do outside. No need to mill about in here.
I understand you're the man I need to talk to about the strange ship in orbit.
I am. And you must be the diplomat Jiro told me about. Welcome, welcome. Normally I'd offer you an all-inclusive stay at our resort before we spoke. But given the circumstances, I'm going to cut to the chase. We've got our friends, the aliens, up there causing all sorts of problems for our resort. You like that? The marketing team came up with it. The thought is, if we can't get rid of them, it might actually attract more tourism. Come see the aliens!
It's despicable, you know it's not true.
Despicable? Hardly. Just a backup plan in case we can't get them to leave. But you're right, no one's gonna buy aliens. Remind me to fire the marketing team. So, tell me, what's the actual deal with this massive eyesore of a ship, besides scaring people away?
It's a generation ship for all of colonists from Earth, here after a 200-year journey.
Well, that's something. Shame we can't just tell them kindly to bugger off. Something tells me that's not going to work. Now, tell me, what are we going to do about it? Give me some proposals, people. I need something to work with here.
We could offer to resettle them here. There's more than enough space.
They could stay here, temporarily, but it'll cost them. Quite a bit, too. They'd need to work off all their debts before being allowed to leave.
Maybe not. What if we help them get out of here? Outfit their ship with a grav drive so they can find a new home. We could even lend our engineers to help and give their captain an updated star map. What do you think?
Sounds costly. We can't absorb that cost, and it's unlikely they even have compatible currency, let alone enough for the transaction. Someone else would have to foot the bill.
Oh, I swear this would be a lot easier if they ceased to exist entirely. Anyway, Seema's got the right idea. Either works for me. Just tell me what you want to do.
Cease to exist? Are you suggesting I destroy the ship? Surely not.
No, I'm not suggesting anything. Other than it would make our lives so much easier if that ship ceased existing. Make of that what you will.
Wait, why do I have to buy the grav drive?
It's not our responsibility to bear the brunt of that cost. We're being more than generous by offering the use of our engineering team to help install it. A custom grav drive can't come cheap, and I assume they have neither the monetary means nor the connections to get a hold of that kind of technology. That leaves the only other party in this negotiation. You.
So they can live here but be your servants?
Oh, I didn't say that specifically. This would be a mutual contract for room and board in exchange for services rendered. Of course, there's no telling how long this arrangement will last, given the substantial costs we'd need to take on in order to accommodate them here, including their continued room and board. But this may save the resort on operating costs in the long term, as we'd be able to let go of some of our current paid staff.
Well, why can't they just settle on the other side of the planet or something?
We own this planet, they don't. Here at Paradiso, we don't like leaving things to chance. Who knows what these people will do with their land? Imagine the landscaping disasters they might come up with, and how that might mar the satellite imagery of the planet in our brochures. No, much better to assimilate them into our culture if they come here to live, rather than leave it to chance.
These are human beings you're worried about landscaping? That's absurd.
Well, absurd or not, that's our official stance. I make the decisions that are best for our entire group. You don't.
I've made up my mind then.
And which proposal will you be taking to the good captain? I assume there's a captain?
The United Colonies will buy the grav drive for the ship, and we'll convince them to settle somewhere else. Does that work?
Ah, good on you. You want to see a man named Benny St. James over at Hope Tech. He's the best in the business. If anyone can retrofit a 200-year-old ship with a modern grav drive, it'd be him. We'll coordinate our engineering team with his when you return, though you may have to help the Constance engineers prepare for it on their end. Good luck. Right. On behalf of the Paradiso Group, we appreciate your help. We don't want to compete with Dion. Bayou's ruthless. He'll do anything he can to eliminate the competition. We don't need that kind of trouble. That being said,
Captain's log, we're heading to Hopetown or Hopetech and Hopetown, and hopefully can acquire a grav drive cheap at the expense of the United Colonies.
Welcome to Freestar Space. We're going to do a quick scan for contraband and you can be on your way. Alright, we're done. Welcome to Hopetown.
I don't want to hear any complaints. Keep an eye on your valuables. You can't protect your own. Yes? What?
We'd be dust, except for the fact. Off-worlders. Nothing ever good comes from them.
Just keep it holstered. We'll get along fine.
Oh no, Hopetech needs brave new innovations. We're so much more than space freight.
I hear you're an expert in grav drives and other ship parts. I need to ask you a favor.
Sure, that sounds like me. What can I do for you? I'm a little busy, but I think I could spare some time.
Oliver Campbell sent me. I'm here about a grav drive for an old colony ship.
Oh, you should have just said that. Of course I can help you. Oliver sent a courier ahead of you. I did some research on ships from that era, and I have a decent idea what we're dealing with. So grav drives didn't really take off until after the ship was built. But I've got access to an ancient grav drive that looks like it could be compatible. With some minor adjustments. It's in good shape too. Parts not cheap though. Neither is the labor. Just pay the combined cost of parts and labor and it's yours.
Maybe we can find a way to lower that price a bit?
It's a pretty big ask, given how rare these old grav drives are.
You've had that old part for how long? And no one has offered to buy it yet.
True. I keep telling myself I'm holding on to it for the right time. Perhaps this is that right time.
Surely the profit you make doesn't compare to the freedom you'd be giving these people.
Maybe it is selfish of me to demand such a price. Tell you what. Sounds like this is for a good cause. While I can't give you the part for free, I won't charge you for the work.
That seems very reasonable, thank you.
You're darn right it is. I'll get to work on it right away. I recommend you go back to the ship and ask the captain to prepare for its retrofit. Standard stuff. I'm sure they have an engineer on board to help. We'll send the part along when it's ready and install it with the help of Oliver's people. Pleasure working with you.
Hello.
Careful waving that fancy gun around. We don't need to see.
Now that we know what's out there, it's going to be more interesting from here on out.
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship.
Never seen a ship like yours before. Then again, I haven't
Keeping a 200-year-old ship running is no easy task.
I was hoping to talk to our visitor from outer space, and here you are! Welcome, welcome! I have a million burning questions, but I won't overwhelm you. There will be plenty of time for that later. Please, indulge me just a couple. How did you do it? Did humanity finally discover faster-than-light travel and eclipse our poor old ship?
We have tech called a grav drive and we can be in space.
I knew it. It's incredible! I read about this technology in our archives from Earth, but it was only theoretical back then. Amazing! I'll have to learn more. Oh, I've got so many questions, but I'm being rude. I haven't even given you my name. Chief Engineer Kazemi, but you can call me Amin. And, I might add, I'm one of the reasons we're still floating out here today.
I'm Captain Sabbath. There's something else I need to talk to you about, Amin.
Yes, of course. Anything for my new friend.
Great. I'm here to help you prep the ship for the grav drive.
What grav drive? Just joking with you. The Paradiso engineers filled me in. Okay, let's see what we need to do. All right. This will be fun. And hopefully there will be no explosions in the process. I have just received word that the drive is here. Ready to get to work?
Ready as can be.
Great, great, great! There are 3 preparations I need you to help me make while I set things up on my end. First thing I need you to do is reroute the power from the port turbo pump to the auxiliary cryogenic radiator. Then, turn the plasma runoff inhibitor function to 5%. Last, you'll need to decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module assembly. Got it? Let's hop to it!
No matter the outcome, I won't let my crew down. We didn't believe anyone would be out here, but I'm glad for it.
The grav drive is installed and you should be all set now.
Well, well, it would appear we have the means to go nearly anywhere now, thanks to you. The engineers even upgraded our communications equipment so we can speak with passing ships. Turns out it was a pretty easy fix. Thank you again for all you've done.
No problem at all. I'm glad it all worked out.
Without you, we'd most likely be stuck. But you went above and beyond. I'll make sure people tell tales of your generosity for as long as our society lives. I don't know if we can ever fully repay you. Thank you again.
With the grav drive installed on the ECS Constant and them all with communications up and running, ready to go, our job here is done. It's been a interesting day, taking 2 people's viewpoints, I guess, and perspectives into account. The people of Paradiso, or the owners of Paradiso, are about profit above people. We here are the opposite.